Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Paul with Spheric Reptiles, and I just thank you so much for tuning in to see this ball python clown party. I mean, I think that it's going to be pretty cool. As a matter of fact, I'm going to grab the first clown that I can think of for the party, and this is Ozzy. He's about to go into shed, but you can see Ozzy is a really cool clown ball python. He's possible orange dream, but he's actually about to go in shed. You can tell that by the underbelly, and you can just see how faded his skin is. But I'm gonna use him for this demonstration. So I was looking at numbers because numbers don't lie. As of August the 9th, 2023 on Morph Market, there were 49,479 ball pythons being sold. I mean, so they talk about a recession, but people are still putting them up. So obviously people are still making money on ball pythons. But for this party, what I want to tell you is that I looked at the double recessives or the visual clowns, and there was 5,548 of them. And for the heads, there was 7,937. And all of these numbers for just the clown in itself. So whether it's a head or a visual. So with the numbers, I added them all up, and I found that these clown ball pythons represented 27.25% of all ball pythons being sold currently on Morph Market. So that's why I thought we should have a party, because this is probably the most popular pattern morph of all ball pythons. But just a little history. It was introduced to us by Tracy and Dave Barker from Bernie, Texas, with VPI or Vita, I think it's Preciosa International is what it was. And I have an ad right here so you guys can see that even back in the day in '96 from our Reptiles Annual, that they were still doing their thing. And of course, we got VPI Xanax from them. They actually introduced a lot. They brought us the spot nose gene. So, you know, they're very vital and crucial for the ball python market. I know that there's other players as well, but I'm from Texas and they're from Bernie. So that's just a little bit north of San Antonio. So, you know, with that being said, let me tell you a little bit about how to identify a clown ball python. Well, the first thing you can see is that there are bright colorings on the head. I'm gonna try to get Ozzy to sit still. You can see how brightly colored the head is. And if you look at the eyes and the lips, you'll see that there's a white or a light marking that goes along the sides of the top of the lip and the top of the eyes. And that's not something that you see in normal ball pythons. Another thing you see is a really reduced pattern along the body. So normal ball pythons have the alien heads, they're going everywhere, whereas with clowns, they have this strong dorsal line, which tends to be a little bit lighter brown, and then they have a reduced pattern. And that reduced pattern, as you can see here, in the alien heads are separated, and there's always a little bit of blushing that comes up from the belly. So let's see. Another thing about the clown is that the belly is usually a lighter yellow color, and it's pretty clean. So, and that comes up through the sides as well, so that you can see that. And that's what we got, guys. So this is Ozzy again. Of course, Ozzy is within shed, so he might be thinking, man, where am I? You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna go ahead and put him up so he can get out of the bright lights, and I'll be right back with the next contestant for the clown party. Moving right along, I got Madonna, our yellow belly head clown. And you can see she's really all wound up tight. I think she's the most defensive snake that we have. She's normally just in her hide after she eats. She doesn't really roam around a lot. So, but this is Madonna, and she is a yellow belly head clown. And so if you remember, you need 2 copies of the recessives in order to get a visual, so in order to get a clown. But I wanted to use her to explain one of the things that makes yellow belly so cool. Yellow belly was actually a pattern morph that came around in the late 90s. And you can see the characteristics of the yellow belly. Let me start with the head. So with the head, you can see that lighter color there. And it tends to have that tannish look going towards the back. And then if we look at the belly, since the belly is what I got up, you can see that the belly, it's not yellow, but it does have like a small yellow tinge to it, but normally it's clean. And you can see that the flaming comes up on the sides. So with that flaming coming up on the sides, it kind of rolls in. There's a reduction in the alien heads. So you see that there's not really a lot of unique alien heads that are just by themselves like you would see in a Mojave. And you can see that down the dorsal line, there's almost like a zippering going on. So you see a zippering effect as you go from head all the way through to the tail. So, you know, hey guys, this is one of the coolest things, and I think a lot of people have a hard time identifying them, thinking that a yellow belly should have a yellow belly and all this other stuff. Sometimes there's checkering on the belly, sometimes it's not, but they always have this flaming coming up from the sides. You see that right there? And it comes up through the alien heads and is separated with some other brightly colors. So that's what yellow bellies actually do. They tend to be a little bit lighter than your normal ball python, and they have a puzzle-like pattern. So, hey guys, I'm gonna show this one from Conley Herps. That's a yellow belly clown, and it's right here. And as you can see, the difference in the heads to the visuals is just phenomenal, guys. And I mean, that's one of the unique things that I'll always say about ball pythons, which makes them very fun and just like to dive into and just to look at the genetics and to look at the different pattern morphs and try to learn more about them, because they truly are all the same snake with just a unique pattern morph. So I'm gonna put Madonna up since she's like a virgin. She's, you know, very to herself. Hopefully next year she won't be, but you know, gotta keep her fingers crossed. Hopefully we can find a male that's to her liking. You know what I'm saying? All right, guys, so now I'm back at the clown party with Daisy. Check Daisy out, man. Daisy is a fire clown. And I mean, fire clowns are just so unique, but a lot of people get them confused with yellow belly. So just remember everything I told you about yellow belly. And now we're gonna focus on Daisy the fire clown. And you'll notice immediately from the head stamp, it's very, very light tan to, it can almost be like a tannish white color. So it can get very, very bright. So if we think about the fur, so if we think about Ozzy, then we look at Ozzy. So the fire clown represents almost the same pattern morph, but you'll notice that they are just a lot brighter. So you find a lot more yellow hues, orange hues as you move down the dorsal line. And then when you go to the belly, you'll find that the belly is still that light yellow tinge, and it's just, it has a normal clown markings, with the exception of it's more yellow looking and tan looking. And that's really cool. The fire clowns do get a little bit darker. I think all of them get darker except for the pieballs or the leucistics. But what I wanted to also do is show you this head clown, and that way you can actually see the difference in the head and the visual. But let me let you know a little history about the fire clown as well. Justin Kabelka came out with the fire clown in 2012, and Nerd actually had in 95, way back in 95, a fire ball python. So they started playing around with that, and then you look at the addition of the years, and in 2012, Justin came out with this fire clown, and so it's been around ever since, and it's a very popular animal. So, hey guys, this is the fire clown, and I'm gonna put Daisy back up. I got Casper out. Casper is a phantom clown, and the phantom clown was actually brought about by Anders Holzer in 2013. Like I said, all the cool snakes came out 2012 to 2015, 16. I mean, a lot of cool pattern morphs came out, so that just continues to show how the ball python hobby as breeders is always evolving. But one of the things that I really wanted to stress here was that the Phantom, which was actually introduced to us in 2005 by Ralph Davis, it's been around for a while. The gene has, but the clown form has only been around for, you know, since 2013. But if we look at the head, there is a light brown blushing to the head, and that's carried out throughout the body. You can also see that, and he's getting pretty big too, but one of the main things is you can see the contrasting alien heads to the flames that are coming up. So you see these white flames with my thumb that are coming up, and you can see how that rolls into that central dorsal pattern that's really, you know, kind of characteristic of clown ball pythons. And the belly is very clean. Oh, it's coming towards my mouth. And so, you know, this is a phantom, and what we got is from Reptiles. I got an example of a phantom head clown right here. So take a good look at that, and you can see how the patterns are still the same with the light blushing, but you compare that to Casper right here, and you can see that, man, Casper is just really cool. And check those eyes out. And I think that's something I failed to realize. Clowns, to me, they usually have some weird colored eyes. I mean, not quite like blue-eyed leucistics or like black-eyed leucistics. If you took a fire and bred to another fire, you'd end up with a black-eyed leucistic. So, you know, but look at that, man. I mean, that is really just cool, the way that those eyes look. They look almost spooky-like. So this is the Phantom Clown Casper, and I'm gonna put him up, and I got just one more main event for you guys. I think you're gonna like this one because it has a lot of history in, and it broke the mold when it was introduced. So, hey guys, just hold on for 1 second. I'll be right back. So here is Bruce Wayne, the crazy Batman, also known as the leopard spot-nosed clown. It was introduced to us by Justin Kubelka in 2016. Just a beautiful animal, guys. I mean, if you go back and look at when this was first introduced on YouTube on Justin's channel, you'll see just how incredible this is. And if you look at Morph Market, you'll just see how much this actual pattern morph has continued to grow. But let me let you know the individual components because it is leopard and spot nose. But in 2001, VPI, Tracy and Dave Barker, introduced this spot nose. So the spot nose gene was introduced, and one of the things that they noticed with that is it had that large head stamp. Now, this one has a regular clown head stamp, but it's still got the spots on there like a spot nose, but that large head stamp, and it has circular disconnected alien heads, which is what you have here. You got a lot of like irregular patterns in there. You got a strong dorsal line. You see that it bleeds away. So those are all spot nose things, but the combination of leopard actually helps that as well. So the leopard gene was brought about in 2005 by Peter Call, and what they noticed was that it was bright yellow. So that's where the Batman gets a lot of its coloration, is from the bright yellow of the leopard. And you can also see that the underbelly, it flames up and it comes around the side. And it's just really a beautiful animal, guys. But the visual expression of this is very like sham wow. You know, it's just really cool looking. It's, you know, it's worthy of a Big Ten circus. But take a look at this head clown. And I mean, you can just actually see that this head clown is just as amazing as well. So you can see the leopard spot nose head clown is just as pretty as this. So it only makes sense that you could breed two of those or one of those with the clown to get this. And I mean, this is how you do it, guys. I mean, so if you want to make your own stuff, that's what you got to do. You got to have a party, guys. And if you go with clowns, you already got 27% of the market already. So you got something that people already want. And I mean, that's it. That's it, guys. Hey, but thank you for tuning in. If you like this type of content, please like and subscribe. And let us know what you think in your comments, guys. I mean, but if nothing else, enjoy your reptiles, spend time with them, and just be happy that we can still keep them. So we got to still thank and support US ARC. And if nothing else, guys, I'll see you later, and maybe we'll have a party again.